Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're exploring the engineering brilliance and hidden history of Petra, an ancient wonder carved directly into solid stone. Deep within the rugged desert canyons of southern Jordan, there's this archaeological treasure that totally defied its harsh environment, and honestly, it continues to challenge modern historians and architects to this day.
So, how exactly did an ancient metropolis thrive in a completely barren desert? Let's dive right in and discover how a civilization transformed one of the world's harshest, most unforgiving landscapes into a seriously wealthy oasis. It's a question that completely upends our understanding of ancient capabilities. We're talking about a thriving, bustling metropolis, bursting with life, situated in a place where mere survival seems like a monumental feat. Section 1. The approach, entering the hidden city. To truly grasp the awe of Petra, we kind of have to recreate the physical journey a traveler takes to actually reach it. Picture this. You're walking through a narrow, winding, natural canyon called the Seek. This natural passage stretches for over a kilometer long. But it's not just the length, it's the sheer verticality of it. You're flanked on both sides by towering rock walls that reach nearly 80 meters into the sky. It's this imposing, naturally shaded passageway that physically isolates the city from the outside world. And as you navigate this winding path, you are entirely surrounded by vibrant pink-red sandstone. This unique geological canvas is exactly what gives Petra its famous moniker, the Rose City. But here's the crazy part. It wasn't built from quarried blocks hauled from miles away. The city is carved directly into these very cliffs. Section 2. The Treasury, a monumental reveal. As you reach the very end of the Sock, the gorge suddenly opens up to reveal one of the world's most iconic monuments, known locally as Al-Hasne. Standing a massive 40 meters tall, pop culture and local legends have long dubbed it a treasury holding hidden gold. But the reality? Well, archaeologists actually believe this masterpiece was designed as an incredibly elaborate royal tomb. Section 3. The Builders, Wealth of the Nabataeans. Now, you might be wondering, who were the masterful builders capable of carving such a masterpiece into a solid cliff face? They were the Nabataeans. This powerful Arab civilization first established Petra more than 2,000 years ago. They started rising to prominence around the 4th century BC before hitting their absolute stunning peak in the 1st century AD. But, as we know, monumental architecture requires monumental funding. So how did they get so rich? Basically, they were geographical opportunists. They strategically positioned Petra right along the major ancient trade routes. They were the essential middlemen connecting Arabia, Egypt, Syria, and the Mediterranean world. Merchants literally had to pass through their territory carrying immensely valuable goods like spices, silk, incense, and other precious commodities. Petra effectively became an ancient global toll booth. Section 4. The Metropolis, Beyond the Famous Facade. So, a crucial takeaway here is that Petra was vastly more than just that one cinematic tomb you've probably seen in the movies. It was a sprawling, bustling metropolis. Deeper in the mountains lie hundreds of structures. Take the massive monument known as the Monastery, or Adair. It's actually larger than the Treasury, and you can only reach it by climbing hundreds of grueling stone steps. There are vast royal tombs, a great temple, and, get this, a massive Roman-style theater built directly into the rock that was capable of seating thousands of spectators. This was a city built for a massive, thriving population. Section 5. The Secret to Survival? Engineering a Desert Oasis. And this brilliantly illustrates the ultimate mystery of Petra. How exactly did a massive population survive in a completely parched desert? The secret was their incredibly sophisticated water management system. They engineered a multi-step system that managed every single drop. They implemented widespread rainwater collection, constructed complex dams and tunnels to route it, utilized advanced ceramic pipelines to transport it, and built massive underground reservoirs to store it all. This dual-purpose system was pure genius. The desert only gets a tiny amount of rain, but when it does, it comes in sudden, deadly flash floods. By capturing that water, the Nabataeans provided themselves with a reliable year-round supply, while simultaneously diverting those dangerous floods away from the city center. Talk about a win-win, right? They turned their biggest natural threat into their absolute most vital resource. Section 6. Echoes in the Stone, Decline and Rediscovery. Despite all their incredible ingenuity, the Nabataean Golden Age eventually met its end. In 106 AD, the Roman Empire absorbed the kingdom. While the city prospered for a time with visible Roman architectural influences, trade routes eventually shifted, which completely drained the city's wealth. Then, devastating earthquakes severely damaged the infrastructure, eventually leading to centuries of total abandonment. The Rose City was literally swallowed by the desert, forgotten by the outside world, until a Swiss explorer named Johann Ludwig Burckhardt, traveling disguised as an air traveler, finally rediscovered it for the Western world in 1812. And the world was captivated, culminating in 2007 when it was voted one of the new 7 wonders of the world. Today, as a designated UNESCO World Heritage Site, Petra draws hundreds of thousands of visitors. It serves as a timeless reminder of a civilization that quite literally transformed stone into art, carving life out of a completely barren landscape. Which leaves us with this final thought for today's explainer. Looking at the majestic, gravity-defying Rose City and knowing what the Nabataeans accomplished with ancient tools over 2 millennia ago, what limits will humanity push next to build the impossible? Thank you so much for exploring Petra with me